Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our little corner of the internet, which I love so very much. I'm excited to go over these clips with you today. We're going to go ahead and get right to it. This is for entertainment. Duh. Let's go. I shall move for you.
It really is amazing how they don't even hide it, and in fact, they have to show you. So this is at NFL football game. You got Caitlin Clark there, and Taylor Swift. Anything strange happen? Let's see. Uh, oh, there we had it right there. Did you catch that? Do you realize for this to be accidental? First thing, how often do you accidentally do this? Okay, let alone both of you doing it at the same time, let alone just as the camera pans on you and puts you on the jumbo screen there. Shocking.
Timing is everything, I will say. A little odd. A little odd. It's not really when you're having a conversation because we saw the full clip and it's most likely some sort of like, oh, we went around the block or I don't know what it was, but you don't make that symbol to do that. Then the fact that they're both doing it at the same time at the exact moment they're being videoed. Too many coincidences for my liking or believing.
What in the f is this? This video has emerged shot from a passenger on a United flight from Newark to Tampa. This ain't no drone. That's a goddamn flying saucer, if I've ever seen one. Now, it's so almost too good to be true that immediately I think, well, it's AI generated or VFX because, 2025, that's always an assumption, even though this looks very real to me. So I ran it through Hive, the deep fake and the AI detector and VFX detector. Look at the score it got. This looks very real.
So I'm sorry, I'm bumping this. Um have you ever heard of Hive? I was not aware of this as a service, but either it's really cool or it's part of the game. Remember that. Looks really wild though. We're seeing lots of crazy stuff out of planes. Has anyone flown recently though? I mean, I truly haven't flown in it's probably years now. When was the last time I flew somewhere? I don't know. It's been a few years and I think it was Colorado when I was photographing a wedding.
Can you guys explain something to me? How are the houses destroyed, but all of the fucking trees are intact? How? Can just somebody enlighten me? Intact. All those black spots, those are all trees. Intact. But the houses are gone. Trees. Intact. Intact trees. The trees are intact. But the houses are burned.
This is interesting for two different reasons. Okay. So we're talking option one. The houses themselves were burned, presumably. We're talking smart meters or some sort of targeted something, right? So either that's the case, but if that's the case, how did the fire not spread to the trees? As I understand it, trees are a major contributor to the spreading of fires. So I'm wondering, and stay with me. I just had this theory. What if when they treat the trees and the foliage in these areas, what if they're being treated with something that makes them flame retardant? What if? Because it doesn't make sense to me even if the fires were just originating at the homes, how they wouldn't still catch on fire unless there was something making sure they didn't. What do you think? Possible? Look at this hero. That man saved that bunny, and I bet you he still has him to this day. I mean, who knows how many days ago this was, but that is so sweet, and the way he's jumping around beforehand, you can feel the anticipation of the moment, and in that one moment when he lunged to actually get the bunny, it all just culminated together. All the fears of what if he runs away? What if he runs into the fire? What if I can't get him? What if I get burned? What if? But there comes a point in these kinds of scenarios, not that I've been in a fire scenario, but in an emergency scenario where your mind goes quiet almost, or at least everything gets so loud you don't hear it anymore. And you kind of realize, I have to do this. Nobody's coming to do this for me. If I don't do this and I got to do it right now, nothing's getting better. And that is a scary moment. So props to this hero. Wherever you are, may life shine on you. Oh, man. Hold on one sec, guys. My clip. It's odd. Hold on. Bear with me. I have this clip. Why won't it play? I'm not sure. We're going to skip that. It was something called a cloud burst. I don't know. I'll try to make it work later. But meanwhile, in Florida, that's not normal.
Waffle House is closed. Yep. That's how you know it's serious.
How cool of a photo would it be to be there and have the water, the sand, the snow? It's so cool. It's amazing, isn't it? We actually have one of our friends here, one of our subscriber friends who is down in Florida and mentioned that he and his family were seeing snow for the first time. So I thought that was so sweet. I wanted to find the comment. My suggestion was to make snow angels because how often are you going to get to do that, especially if you don't see snow often? Can you imagine making a beach snow angel? Oh, cool. I don't know what it is. But I mean, I'm assuming it's just regular snow. Let's listen to our friend.
This freaked me the fuck out.
This fact.
Sorry.
Okay, can I share this? I don't want to be blamed.
I doubt I could stop you.
I don't want to be blamed if you cannot get to sleep tonight.
No, I'll be okay.
Okay, all right. So, this dark energy in the future will render the universe so large, having accelerated so significantly that all the galaxies of the night sky will have accelerated beyond our horizon.
What?
And all the galaxies are the source of our knowledge of cosmology, of the Big Bang. Everything we know about the history of the universe comes to us from these galaxies. If they accelerate beyond our horizon, the next generation of cosmic explorers will only have the stars of the Milky Way to think about. And so there would have been an entire chapter of the universe ripped from their view. And they will be trying to contemplate an understanding of the universe without a significant part of what its past was. And so I lose sleep wondering, today, was there some previous chapter ripped from the universe itself. And here we are. And here we are, you know, touching the elephant, not knowing that, in fact, there's an elephant standing there. Or maybe there's the shadow of the elephant and the elephant has been moved. We don't know what we don't know. And this leaves me awake at night. I lose sleep over that.
And I can all but guarantee that he made a sassy comment back, or everybody, like, because they're laughing the whole time. They're laughing the whole time, but what he's saying isn't, it's just a thought process. That's what he's talking about. He's saying, imagine. I mean, because we talk about that all the time, don't we? About the things that we have no history of. I mean, that's just, we know that. That is true. That is indisputably true. Right? So he's just saying that. And these people are just like, ha ha ha, Truman Show laughing at him. And it's just like, God, he must feel so alone right now. Because, you know, he made some funny remark like, something about, I don't know, tinfoil hats or some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like something to make him seem incredible when he's actually probably the smartest person in that room. At least about some things, I will say. I mean, that what he said there, like him or hate him, that is wise. It's wise and important to think about things outside of ourselves.
If you are someone who truly believed that what Elon Musk did was a Nazi salute, you are not intelligent.
1 sec. I want to go ahead before anything else here and say, I like to share information and discuss it with you. Sometimes I show things that I don't necessarily believe. Sometimes I show things that I 100% believe. And sometimes I put things up just so we can talk about them because it is what's going on, like it or not. Right? So just listen.
Enough to be in politics, nor should you be sharing your opinion online. If anything, we should all be pointing and laughing at you, because if you truly believe that he did that, then you truly believe all these Democrats did one as well. So why weren't you?
That's the thing about it. Okay. I have two views on this because I didn't know what people were talking about. I did not see this happen. I know that it did, but I didn't personally see it. So do I think that that motion should have been made regardless of what I believe his intents were? Do I think that he intended to come off like that and that that's his truth? No, I don't. And I think if he intended to come off like that, it's because he's a troll. And anybody who knows anything about Elon Musk knows that he's a troll. So it's not funny, and people are not finding it funny. And if you've watched any of the press interviews in Austria and around the world, they're not happy. And I don't really blame them, quite frankly. But do I believe he actually was trying to do that? No. And that's why I feel this is important to illuminate. There have been many people who have done this motion and not with that intent. Because I might not love every person on this screen, but I don't believe that that's how they meant it. Especially not Bernie, guys. Just because Bernie's awesome and he wouldn't want to do that. But that's my whole point here. Love it, hate it, whatever. I do believe that it was a dumb thing to do because of the position. I mean, this is a new position for him to be in government. He had nothing to do with government, at least not in this way, right? So being new to it, I understand he doesn't really understand how impactful even the slightest thing is. So it's going to be scrutinized, and he thinks it's funny, but I think it did nothing but hurt the situation.
Outraged about it then? Oh, because you knew that wasn't what they're doing. The same way that when Elon Musk makes a statement saying from my heart to yours and does that motion, you know he's not doing a Nazi salute. You're just so angry that you lost. You're so angry that America woke up and is tired of the leftist bullshit that you've been pushing upon us for so long. So you're trying to...
I feel like this is going more in a direction of severe opinion. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stop that now. We don't need to bring that kind of thing here right now. So that's kind of where I stand with that. I think it wasn't meant to be what it was meant to be as a representation of what he believes. I think it was dumb and thoughtless. But if you look, I mean, that's not how that salute goes. What he did, he clutched his heart and then put his hand out. Okay. Everyone's going to think what they think, and I can't wait to hear what people say about this. But anyway, we're going to move on. All right. I'm just going to keep this off. It says, am I the only one who thinks that it is weird that this is an actual island in Antarctica where we are forbidden from visiting? And they're saying that it belongs to the Rothschilds. Now, I forgot to double check this. Hold on. I want to right now. Antarctica. Rothschild Island. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's true. Rothschild Island is a black, rugged island, 24 miles long, mainly ice covered, surmounted by prominent peaks in Antarctica. So, and to answer the question, do I think it's weird? I think it's only weird that you'd want to have an island there. I don't think it's weird that we're not allowed to go to someone's private island. I think that's just called respect. And I wouldn't want people coming to my private island either. Except for you guys. You're allowed. Crazy.
As if things ain't fucked up enough, look at this motherfucker right here. Look at him.
What is that? What is that? I want to run it through that thing. I'm going to start running all my videos through that. How cool would that be?
In Peru, they got him.
This is strange though, right? Here.
As if things ain't fucked up.
We don't need all that sound. What is that? This reminds me of someone. It was in Peru. Everyone's got some weird stuff going on. How did they catch that on film? So many questions. So I'm going to play something really quick. And I'd like your opinion. Oh. Something odd is happening right now. Sorry, guys. Hold on. All right, we're going to play this next video, but I was wondering how you feel about true crime being sprinkled in. We love our space stuff and we love our conspiracy supposed stuff and just like all the oddities that the world holds. But how do we feel about true crime? Sometimes those clips are a little bit longer because it's, it's a story leading up, but a lot of times, sometimes you'll see footage from interviews and things like that, but sometimes it's just a story of what happened. So I'm just curious. Let me know what you guys think about that as another topic for us to cover. How's that? All right.
Rare historical photos you haven't seen before. These are the real-life outfits doctors would wear to treat plague patients in the 60s.
Does anyone know why these were the specific outfits from the plague?
1600s. This is Ham the chimpanzee, the first ape launched into space. In 1907, world-class swimmer Annette Kellerman was arrested for indecency after she wore a bathing suit like this one to Revere Beach in Massachusetts. This is Mount Rushmore before the presidential heads were carved into it. This is Margaret Gorman, the woman who won the very first Miss America competition in 1921. This is what a 3-year-old Albert Einstein looked like, is what the interior of a plane looked like in 1925. This is what a dollar bill looked like in 1917. This is what Albert Einstein's desk looked like the day he died. Tourists used to be able to freely climb up the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt to sunbathe and have tea parties. The The presidents on Mount Rushmore were originally planned to look like this. Easter bunny costumes were absolutely horrifying in the 1950s. This man was called Gay Jewel. He was declared the world's heaviest man in 1899. Rare historical photo.
That was a lot of stuff at once. But I want to tell you that I did not fact check every single thing here. However, I randomly picked the last one because it just felt like a little bit of an incredible thing to me. And I found out that Gay Jules, as he was called, his actual name was Jules Boyer, and he was deemed the heaviest man in 1899. He weighed 53 stone or 53 stone and 6 pounds or however. So it adds up to being 748 pounds. I am not sure how that's possible, but apparently it is. And he was, like I said, 6'4". So at least he was tall. That is 748 pounds. Wow. Interesting. We are having an issue where the videos that I have, this is the third time that this has happened. I went through all of these. They're kind of not showing up. And when I say kind of, I mean they're not. All right. Yeah. So when I saw her enter, I believe I out loud said, that is an odd choice for an outfit for this engagement, I felt. Um, but it makes a lot more sense now, especially when you look at it um, as reality of what happened. And we know these people as these like larger than life figures on the TV screen, but they're actually people. That is her home. That is her husband. These things are actually happening. Is everything totally normal or like how we live? No. Their relationship is probably a lot different than most relationships and whatever. But regardless, that is her person and they've been violated. And the things that have been said about them, especially over the last 4 years, have been mostly derogatory. I mean, you can't help but feel personally attacked. So Melania's new V. F around and find out, I guess, right? She does not mess around. But I kind of forgot how much I love V for Vendetta. I haven't seen it in a while. I really want to rewatch it now. But I couldn't help but look up some more stuff about it. So
It took me 18 years to realize this about V for Vendetta.
Remember the 5th of November.
But did you know that the entire movie is practically built around the number 5? It's everywhere. So obviously V is the Roman numeral for 5, which is V's signature. But it goes much deeper than that. The number 5 represents V's entire philosophy. Not only is V's prison cell at Lark Hill labeled V, marking his transformation, but V's entire vendetta against the Northfire government is meticulously planned over a 5-year period. But you can also find the number 5 in his fighting style. If you watch the movie closely, you'll see that V often follows a pattern of 5 distinct movements. And that's because the number 5, in philosophy and mythology, is connected to our 5 senses, 5 elements, and 5 limbs of the human body. V's use of 5 symbolizes his mission to restore humanity to a dehumanized society.
I love when there's just deeper meaning to things because the movie is spectacular as is, but then to know that all these little intricacies went into it, I love that. This is really random. I saw it. It just kind of popped up as I was scrolling. I'm not sure why, because the algorithm knew what I needed to see, but I wanted to share this with you because my jaw dropped.
Did anyone else know about this?
Uh, as I watched this, I just thought in my mind, I had a montage of all the times I was at the store and just like jam my little digits down that little scraping it along the plastic there, get something, and then I feel bad because I did that, but the next person's gonna have to do it too, so I reached back in to grab another. Didn't have to. Did not have to, and you don't have to either. Now, when we went live, we discussed fairies. Do you remember that? Those two little girls who captured the fairy and photograph fairies in the photographs turned out not to be true. They still maintain that they saw fairies. That whole thing. I believe this movie is based off. Has anyone heard of Fairytale?
Francis and Elsie shared a life of whispered secrets and make-believe. Until one day, they happened to make the biggest discovery of the 20th century.
Did you see it? We've taken a photograph.
Extraordinary. Good heavens! If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
So you believe in fairies, do you?
I wouldn't see them if I didn't.
Now, they're out to prove to the world.
The game's over. How'd you do it?
We just took the photographs, Dad.
It's not what you see with your eyes that's important.
Do you believe you've got fairies at the bottom of your garden?
Do I look like someone who believes in fairies?
It's what you know in your heart.
Why haven't I ever seen any of them?
Grown-ups don't know how to believe.
From the Academy Award-winning producer of Forrest Gump and the Academy Award-winning producer of Braveheart.
Come out from your fairy bower. Come upon this golden hour.
Comes a motion picture event
I'm going! Is it a fairy?
the whole family can believe in.
The truth now!
Leave her alone. The fairies are going to come out and kick your butt.
Sure they are.
Fairytale.
Wild. I assume that popped up because of the videos that we found the other day, but interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. I'm very happy to know this, though. Getting added to the list. Hold on. I forgot to add it. I'm going to add it now. Fairytale. Speaking
This is the only place
of magic.
the only
I don't know what they mean. I'm bound by time. Like, do they not have to show up at work at the same time? All I know is it looked beautiful, and I have now added a few places to my special list of places I need to see. All right, we're going to go on ahead, and I'm going to show you the good clip of the day. Now, it's hard to say this is a good clip because someone's crying the whole time. And if you're sensitive to little kids crying, you might not like this, but it is so funny, and I had to. So, join me, will you?
I just can't stop thinking about waffles.
Well, you had waffles for dinner and you had waffles for breakfast. So we're going to eat something else.
Oh, I can't stop. Why can't I just stop dreaming about waffles?
I don't know. A little ridiculous, baby girl. Do you need a nap?
No, I don't know what. I just can't stop thinking about waffles.
This one hit home for me. because I'm gonna be honest with you. A few months ago, I got one of those waffle makers that they have at hotels. The kind where it's not just the waffle maker, the kind where you turn the thing and and then it turns back. And I love this waffle maker too much for my own good. I, for no less than a full week straight, ate only waffles for every meal. I am not making that up. That's what happened. So I truly feel what this little girl meant when she said, I don't know why I can't stop, but I can't stop thinking about waffles. So that's all, guys. I just wanted to share. And I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was extra hodgepodgey today. The algorithm was weird, very weird. I feel like it was just a strange mix of things, really strange mix of things. So I won't get into it. Weird, whatever. We found some cool videos. Let me know how you feel about the true crime stuff. And I just hope everybody is having the best day ever. I hope you had the best day ever. I hope you're feeling great. I hope you're cozy and staying warm. Apparently, even in Florida, I have to say, stay warm, Florida friends. Don't forget about making those beach snow angels, okay? And everybody just stay safe and happy. And that's all. Focus on the future. And I shall see you tomorrow in the very near future. Signing off.